My next guest takes on Adrian Hadribeaj at TXC Legends 7 on February 20th. Kyle Prepolec is back on the program. Kyle, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Fantastic, and appreciate you joining me here. And this is your second fight in the United States. How did this all come together?
Honestly, my coach Reno just came up to me and asked me, you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, let's go, man. I'm ready to rock. Let's get it.
Yeah, and I was going to say, is that just kind of a product of what's happening in Canada right now? Like, there just isn't a lot of fights available to you guys?
Uh, it's a little harder in Ontario right now, so it's like we'll take it wherever the fights come. We'll go to Alberta. We'll go wherever we can just to get fights.
And I don't know if I've asked you this before, but is fighting your full-time job, or do you have a job on top of that?
Yeah, I have other jobs as well. Like fighting is just like the part-time but full-time thing, right? Because like right after work, I go right to training and then get ready for fights all the time as much as possible. So like I'll do personal training on the side, and I'm trying to get property maintenance things going on right now.
And is that kind of how it is for most fighters at this point? Having to have that second job just to make sure you can kind of, keep the bills paid and things of that nature?
I think for some fighters, yeah, they'll either have their jobs or they'll just be full-time fighters and just go on the grind and fight all the time, and just get it going to get themselves noticed and then get those big paychecks.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I'm not sure if most people know, just kind of looking at your career and everything like that, that you fought Kevin Lee, who's a UFC lightweight fighter. That was in 2013, and I know things didn't go your way in that fight, but what do you remember the most about that fight? And is it kind of interesting to see Kevin, kind of this big guy in the UFC now?
Um, Honestly, the thing I can remember, he's tough and he's durable. Like I know in his last fight, he got caught, everyone gets clipped, right? But it happens, and he's really resilient. He is durable, and he's just I can't really say anything bad about him because he was really respectful for me and like to me and everything, and like he is a good guy. Like yeah, he does talk a lot and he's promoting himself. He's doing well for himself. But other than that, like things didn't go my way. I hope one day, like I will get there and I'll get that rematch so then I can show him the real me, and I could bring it to him even better than that.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your last fight. Again, I know things didn't go your way in that one, coming off the unanimous decision loss to Alex Ricci. You always learn more from a loss than a win. What did you learn the most about yourself in that fight?
No matter what, you just gotta fight. Just go through it, fight, perform, and give it your everything. That one I wasn't able to, which sucks, and I'll never let that happen again. I will always go all out, and I'll never let it go like that.
Was the size difference just too much for you in that fight? He seemed like a much bigger fighter than you in the cage.
Yeah, he was bigger, but he did not feel like stronger in any way. He was just there, like he was just like on me laying, but he wasn't like physically stronger or any of that. Like his punches and his flurries and all that, yeah, they were whatever. But I get hit harder with like my training partners. Like the training partners I have are bigger, stronger. Or even like TJ for example, he's strong and he hits hard. Like even though he's like shorter and like a little bit smaller, but he's stockier and he's a little beast, man.
Yeah, and we'll definitely got to talk about that too. TJ Laramie, of course, who you're referencing there, the 18-year-old sensation. You guys have quite the camp these days. Is it nice having TJ competing on this card as well?
Oh yeah, it's always a great thing. Like this kid's just up and coming. He's gonna be there and he's just gonna rock everyone's world, man. He's the next best thing. I'm telling you. I've been saying this even from the other interviews. Like, look out for these kids, man. Look out for them.
Yeah, and it's TJ and his brother Tony as well, who's going to be making his pro debut. Once he's of age, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of feel like you're the next kind of up and coming camp? Reno does a great job over there at MTC. I really don't think you guys get enough credit for what you guys are doing over there, especially for Canadian MMA.
Yeah, I think we're a little under the radar, but I think the more like all of us compete, like me, Tony, TJ, and all the other guys, the more we compete, the more our gym's going to get noticed, and I think we will be the next upcoming gym that will be in the next step, and we will be in the UFC.
And do you get any of those London guys still coming up, like Jesse Ronson or Sam Stout, or is it primarily just the usual cast and crew as far as this training camp goes?
Either they'll come down or we'll go up. Most of the time we'll like just drive up because we're like, hey, you know what? Let's gather a bunch of guys and let's go up to London. Let's get some training and steel sharpens steel.
And speaking of training, I know you guys have that relationship with Roufusport. Did you end up going down there as well? Because I know TJ did for his last camp.
Yeah, TJ was there from like the full week. Me, Tony, and Reno, we only went there for like the half of that week.
Right. And what was that experience like for you?
It was a great experience. I got to show like what I need to do, what I need to work on, how to train and condition myself better, and just be ahead of these top athletes and just strive to be better than them, and just keep it going.
Do you have any plans to go back there after this fight?
Uh, yeah, for sure. Like Reno's always doing great things with us. You know, he's always bringing us there. He's bringing us to London. Like we'll go to other like jujitsu schools in Windsor. Like we'll do all these crazy things just to like, sharpen us up, get us better, get us to that next level.
Did you get a chance to meet CM Punk when you were there?
I did. Yeah,
I hear he's a nice guy. That's what TJ was telling me in his last
yeah,
interview.
he is a real nice guy. He's a big guy, way bigger than I thought. And I was like, I was expecting not him to be that tall or that big. But yeah, he's a real nice guy. He's real calm, cool, laid back, down to earth guy.
Who are some of the other people at Roufusport that you got to kind of get to know a little bit, sort of on a personal level?
Uh, on a personal level, not so much. It's just like all the guys that were like sparring there. Like I know Tony was with Dustin Ortiz and Sergio, and I got to go a few rounds with Pettis. And he's always like giving tips, and like he's showing me things, and he helped sharpen me up. Even though it was only a few rounds, you still learn from it, and you look back and you're getting sharper. And then all that whole like Roufusport team is just like they're awesome people, and they're always there to help each other out. And for the people that are coming down, they want everyone to grow. They're not selfish. They want everyone to grow.
Exactly. Kind of iron sharpens iron, so to
Yeah.
speak, and I think that's great to see. Let's talk about your fight, though. I mentioned it off the top. You're taking on Adrian Hadribeaj. Most people will probably remember him up here in Canada for his last fight when he defeated Kyle Nelson, undefeated featherweight fighter up here. How do you think you match up against him?
I think I match up perfectly. We're both awesome strikers, but I'm a more grindy, cagey kind of guy. Like I'm gonna go in there and bring it. Like I don't care. Like whatever is going on with me, you're gonna get either the brawling Kyle or you're gonna get like just the killer that's gonna move around like Frankie Edgar, and I'm just gonna go nuts. Like I'm gonna be calm, composed, and just pick him apart from standing to striking to submissions to whatever.
Stuff. And I know we're a couple weeks away from the fight. How's the weight cut going? Does that process start now for you, or is that closer to fight time?
I've been going through it slowly, just eating better, working out smarter and doing different things just to get the weight down lower and naturally and healthier. That way I don't burn myself out. I don't plateau. I peak at the right time, and then when it's go time, and then that's it. Then I just bring it.
What's one thing you miss on your diet right now that you can't eat?
Ooh, burgers, pizza,
Pretty much everything that you can't have. Yeah.
all the good stuff that we can't have.
Right, absolutely. Well, it's going to be worth it once you get your hand raised on February 20th. And I got to ask you your prediction for this fight. How do you see this one ending?
Ooh, there's many ways. It depends. I don't know if he wants to stay and strike with me, and I want to keep it standing. It depends where I want to go. Because if I keep it standing, I can clip him. I can knock him out. Yeah, he may be fast. I'm faster. I know I hit harder. My kicks can change his life. If you watch any of my fights, anywhere, I don't care if you're blocking it to your head, your body, wherever, you're gonna feel it. So if it's standing, TKO, KO, whatever. If it's on the ground, I'll either grind you out or I'm gonna submit you and just ground and pound you.
Nice. I like it. I like how you have the different scenarios planned out. A lot of times a fighter will be like, oh, it's going to be one way and one way only, but you got it all planned out. I like that. How many times do you want to fight this year? I know it's very difficult finding fights in Canada, but do you sort of have like a blueprint or a game plan for this year?
Yeah, since last year I didn't get as many fights as I liked. I want to kind of make up for it this year. As long as I'm healthy and I'm ready to go. I got this fight. I'm not going to look past this fight. If I'm not injured or anything, I want to get one as soon as possible. And then right after that, take a couple months off and then hopefully try to get five or six at the absolute most, but definitely 5 I want.
I was, just curious because I know your teammate there, TJ, he competes for Hard Knocks. Is that a promotion that you've ever considered fighting for, or is that even like an option on the table for you right now?
Yeah, it's definitely an option. It's honestly like I don't care where the fights are at or for whoever they're for. Like, there's a fight, good guy, good record, whatever. You want to fight me? Let's go.
Yeah. Good stuff. I like it. What about Global Warriors? It seems like they might be doing another show this year. Is that something you'd be interested in competing for them again?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm always down. Like I said, it's wherever it's at, let's go. In Ontario and like the home province and everything. Yeah, awesome. Let's do it.
Good stuff. I love it. All right, my last question for you. I don't know if people caught it. You did some video work with my buddy there, Mitchell Kobe K of Kobe's Corner. You're doing some technique breakdown. How fun was that to get a chance to be in front of the camera? And is it something we're going to see you doing more often?
Yeah, probably. Mitch Kobe's a good friend of mine as well, and it was pretty fun, like doing all those things and like just going through. Like me and him, we have good chemistry, and Kobe's just an awesome guy, So yeah, it's just I think so for sure. Like we'll do more breakdowns just on everything, and depending how everyone is, and yeah, he'll bring in all these people. Like we're all close, we're like a family.
Absolutely. We were talking about iron sharpens iron. I got to give a plug to Kobe's Corner. They do a great job over there. And Kobe's been on my show before, so got to give him some props here in this interview. But Kyle, I want to thank you so much for joining me here on the program. Just remind my audience where they can find you on social media and give any thank yous or shout outs, any sponsors, anything like that. The floor is yours, man.
All right, awesome. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at K Prepolec, and Instagram, same thing as the Twitter, K Prepolec. For the sponsors, I'd like to thank Street Soldier, always representing, Layuna, MRA, all the sponsors that are behind me right now. For the ones that I forgot, I will mention you. Don't worry. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and obviously my teammates and my coaches and everyone that's helped me out for this camp.